Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. We have an exciting day because I get to show you the next quilt that I'm going to use for the giveaway. We have less than 3,000 people until we hit 90,000 subscribers here at YouTube. So I have a quilt that will go to that person that gets picked at random once we hit 90,000 subscribers. So first let me show you the quilt, then I can put it up on this great big blank wall so we don't have to stare at a blank wall the rest of the time. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. This is the quilt, and it's a little bit bigger one. So this is the $90,000 giveaway quilt. $90,000. 90,000 subscribers. No, it's not. Okay, I'm a goofball. There it is. There it is. And then let me show you the backing, which has a beautiful cream backing on it so you can see all the gorgeous quilting. Look at that. Look at that. So I am super excited for this one. Super excited. So there it is. Ah, that is such a nice one to give away. I'm so excited. You can wrap up in it, you can decorate in it, decorate with it. And it's going to go out. I don't know if we'll make it by the end of December. That would be a lot of you having to sign up. That's not the rate you've been signing up, but I have faith in you. Like if you're sharing something at my community, talk about seeing it here on the video so that we remind more people to come and watch and subscribe. That'll be super helpful. Okay, so that is it. That is it. To one of you, or you, or you, or maybe you over there. Okay, so we have other things today. One is a 10-minute tidy up. You did fantastic on your vacuums. Oh my goodness. You got your vacuums and you vacuumed your room. I did the same. So 10-minute tidy up today is there must be, we're coming into a season now where you might be using your work surface for wrapping presents or organizing for your decorating or your baking. Who knows, your work surface that you use might be doing double duty on some other things. So you want to be sure your surfaces are ready for that. So you're ready, that you don't at the last second have to be, pulling things out. So clear a work surface. I am going to look at this group of things over here. That is my work surface. So I am going to try to get that stuff over into the other baskets on the other shelf over there because I think that would be better. So yes, I also have, I have to show you. Let me just get the other camera and I will show you. I have my fuzzy boots on. Yep, here they are. Here's my Uggs. So I am warm and cozy. Sometimes I roll this down, but generally I have to have it up to get them on. And I took a walk and I had these on, so that was nice and cozy. So when it starts to get chilly, my home is on a concrete slab, and our home also has tile on the whole floor. So it is a chilly floor at times, and usually when the temperatures start changing before the house has enough heat to keep it more warm, the floors can get pretty cold down there. So wearing my Uggs really is nice inside. It makes everything warm and toasty. Okay, so cute little thing about Norm and Nanette. Let me pop these pictures up from Brenda, our ambassador, who is in Maine. Do you remember they were in Maine and they stayed at her B&B and they helped her digging through the yard with her, shovel stuff that she had to do. So they sent her a little thank you gift of these darling pot holders so she can remember them, and they remembered that Brenda is renovating her kitchen as well as all the other things she does. She's a Wonder Woman. So they thought that she could use them in her kitchen that's just getting renovated. So sweet. Now they are at their next location after they left Melissa. They're at their next location. So it'll probably be a few days. It might be after Thanksgiving before we hear from them, So no hurry, right? They're on vacation. They're on a worldwide vacation tour. Oh, all right. So another cool thing we have is the support club quilt I made. Let me just pop this picture up here while I'm talking. Do you remember Amy wrote me from Texas for the project that is in her community called Bras for the Cause, and I offered her my quilt to use for additional charity fundraising. And they do things like support a mammogram van that goes out to people who can't come in for mammograms, and many, many other things. So this quilt is now available to buy raffle tickets. I think that is so exciting. She has it set. They decided to have it set at $1 a ticket, or if for $5 you get 6 tickets. And they have a Facebook page, and there's an email that you can write so that you can just get invoiced by like PayPal or one of the other things. They'll work with you to do that. The link to the Facebook page where you can ask for that to donate is to buy the raffle tickets rather, is in the description box here today. And there's also a link over to the support club page at my Quilt Along website, and there is the email so that you can write that. Now the quilt will be, let me get this right, the quilt will be moving around the town. And so right now this is at the Fox County Quilts. The actual quilt is hanging in the Fox County Quilts in their store in Commerce, Texas. So it'll be there for till November 30th, so towards the end of, or after Thanksgiving. So it'll be there, so you can go and actually see the quilt if you want. If you do go, take a picture of yourself, share it in the Facebook group if you're there and you can see it in person. You can buy your tickets there if you want. So that is so cool. The raffle goes till December 20th, and then on December 21st they will announce the winner of the quilt. So I just think this quilt would be fabulous to hang into a doctor's office or some sort of women's center. Something like that would be kind of cool. Or you could just hang it in your home too, you know, or cuddle up with it. So that all that information is out there. Now the other day I have this little stack of quilts I brought because the other day I was up. Do you remember I showed you the picture of my closet? I was in there looking for something. I was looking for one of Madge's quilts, and I had no idea there were some of my quilts in that closet, because all of my quilts should be down here. I thought they were all down here, except for what's on the walls or on my bed. But there is a little pile of them. So I thought I would get them out and show them to you, because I just kind of glanced through them and I thought, well, this would be kind of fun to show you. So here is a Mariner's Compass. Got a little wrinkly. This is a Mariner's Compass that I took a class. This was probably one of my first 5 quilts. I don't remember which number it was, but I was taking a class from the same lady and just doing whatever she was teaching. And so it is, I had to draft the Mariner's Compass. So I learned drafting. I'm at Mariner's Compass, the center. I drafted the half Mariner's Compass, and it is hand quilted with dark thread and light thread. So there's my hand quilting, which is, you know, based on my between 1 and 5th quilt. That's what the experience level is of this. But I still like this one a ton. Yeah, so that's that guy. I really don't remember what's in here. Oh, there's a cute little welcome sign, like a little house, cute little house and a welcome. This is a pattern that was out many, many years ago based off of something on an antique quilt. And so it's like a friendship tree, and then you have all these little things on the tree. And there's a lot of, there's all hand applique, but there's also things like I put buttons on there. So like there's a pin, that one's a pin. So fun, right? A little embroidery on there. Cool. Okay, this next one is odd. Well, you might find it odd. I didn't find it odd at the time I had it, but it's a panel. It's a bunch of panels, and I kind of sewed them together and then added blocks and things, and there's no batting. Let's see if I get it right side up. Yeah, so it's a bunch of the panels, or I think it's a bunch. So anyway, this was, I think, a Brannock Paddock fabric line, and I just did it with like I said, no batting. So I don't know. I sort of still like it. It's very primitive. The backing was just a bunch of stuff, you know, different stuff on the back. Okay. Next one, I don't even remember. I don't even know if I opened this next one up. So what do I have here? Oh, okay. I know what this one is. This was one of my really early patterns that I, hand drew it and everything else. Well, I took a picture, but the drawings inside the pattern were all by hand because I didn't know how to use my graphics package yet. So this is based off a little church that's out in the countryside here near my home. And so I thought it was just be a super cute little quilt. It would be great for a wedding, or maybe you hang up at Easter or Christmas. So I still love that guy. I still love him. Okay, now, is this one Madge's? Yes, this one is Madge's. This is not mine. So Madge made this. My mother-in-law. This is my mother-in-law's. Made from one of my patterns, I think, or a variation. She was a painter. My mother-in-law was a painter, and so she tended to make variations of things because she already knew how to paint and all that prior, and she was also an excellent seamstress before she quilted. Okay, here's a little ocean waves that I did. When did I do this one? Oh, this was a swap. Okay, this was done in 1994. So the parts of the ocean wave were swapped, and my friends wrote on there, wrote their names, did the label. So here's a little red and white ocean waves, and I have got, is it sideways? The label's this away, but the backing is like all wonky. It has it has rodeo riders on red on the back. Yeah, don't we all put that on the back of our ocean waves? Of course. And then the last one here is one I purchased. There was a designer Jerry Kimmelcar, who was the Red Wagon. If those of you who did primitive things and know Red Wagon, she was selling a few pieces on eBay way back in the day, probably in about 2001. And I was an eBay buyer way back. I've been on eBay since it started. So she was selling these, and I bought this one, and it's two-sided. This is one side, and there's no batting in it because I think she was just doing them for samples. And here's the other side. So they were just samples to show her fabric in use. I'm not sure that this was even ever really a pattern of hers, but I love the sailboat. So now I need to keep this out for when I do the summer stuff. Yeah, because that would really be pretty to hang up somewhere. I need a bigger house so I can hang everything. So that's fun. That's fun. They have to go out on the shelf now. Some of those I probably won't keep, a few of them, but I will keep several of them. Okay, I have to show you what came in the mail. One thing today that came in the mail, and this is really wonderful. It's so sweet. This is from Dennis in New Hampshire, and he is part of our community. And when he said that a few years back, when he was getting ready to retire, he's a software engineer, and when he's getting ready to retire, he remembers chatting with me a little bit about kind of what that means, what it means to retire, what will he do next, and I guess we had a little conversation about that. And so he said that he eventually got down to doing some woodworking, and he's been making beautiful wood-turned seam rippers. And I'm going to show, so he sent me one, and this is with maple wood. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. I'll put it behind my hand. Yeah, I'll put it in my hand. How's that sound? So this is beautiful maple wood on a pennant, and it's he called this an earth magnet, so that it just opens up. And then the same for the seam ripper end that can go in, so I can take the chain off if I want. I used to wear one, not a wood one, wore a different one when I was teaching around my neck, so I could keep track of it. This is gorgeous, Dennis, and I'm so happy that you were able to find some joy in your retirement, find something that you love doing, and woodworking sounds like it. He's selling them at local shops, but he also sent along his information. I'm just going to hold it up on the screen because I'm not going to type it in the description box, but you can stop the video if you want and get his phone number there for his business. So if you want to call him, you can do that. So Dennis, that is just wonderful. It's so pretty, so pretty. Mwah. Okay, the other thing is I wanted to show you my progress on my cross stitch, where I made a plan and a goal. Do you remember that? Do you remember? So I said that I wanted to get this outer border worked so that, you know, I didn't get to the end and I still had, you know, 2/3 of the border, because that would not be motivating for me. I need to be to the end of this part and have either no border left or very little. So my goal, I've done pretty good since that day. That was only a few days ago. I'm going to get down to the bottom, and then I will stop and do a little bit of the inside. Then I'll do more of the border. I'll get that one down to the edge. But I will definitely get this one all the way down, and maybe the other one, so there's just the bottom left, and start working on that last section. So those are the things I'm progressing with. I'm still working on this sweater weather blocks. I need to do a little bit more on those, just a little bit more. I've been playing a little bit too much Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, just because they've been having competitions, and so those are fun. It's good to have a break, good to have a mental break and do some different things. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, I'm working on the projects pages over at Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. I'm sorry, over with I Love to Make Quilts. At I Love to Make Quilts, I'm getting the project pages up there. A few of them I don't have enough information, like the Quilt Alliance. I don't have enough information from them yet. Also, I know that right now, based on what I have in January, we'll have like 11 different types of sew-alongs you could be doing. And so that's enough for me. So I won't be doing anything else in January, February, March, but just the ones that are already scheduled. And then I will have some ideas for later in the year, so I can get a little bit more balance, you know, so we're not, wintertime is great to have a little bit more, because we're often just inside and we're not doing as much. There's no sort of outdoor things that we do. And so I tend to have a few more in the January, February, March months. So anyway, tomorrow, watch for a bonus video, and it's very specific, so watch for that. And then Monday and Tuesday, maybe even on Wednesday, I am going to be sharing things from my friend Amy Barrickman, who used to be the owner of Indigo Junction. I used to have my patterns published with them way when I first started, for a couple years while I was working full-time at a computer job. And then Amy then sold Indigo Junction, and now she has the Amy Barrick Studios. And I'm going to show you a few of the things that she does on those videos. I'll show you a little bit each of the days, because you know, it just breaks it up a little bit, and I think that'll be kind of fun. So that'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and also next Wednesday will be my day on Melissa Corey's book tour. So that will be super fun. So you wanna see that, because I'm waiting for something to pop up somewhere here in town so that I can go take a picture. And it needs to hurry, because I need my picture. Okay, here we go. This is the next quilt that I'll give away when we reach 90,000 subscribers. I am really excited about that. I think you're going to love this quilt, whoever is the lucky person. So please share my videos. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here on the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.